Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about meet and greets. I've gotten a lot of requests to do a video on the Sweetener Tour meet and greets, but I wanted to make a generalized video of just about meet and greets. I've been to a few meet and greets myself, so I'm going to share with you guys my experience at those and some tips I want to give you guys because I have definitely had some situations where I wish I did something different, so I'm definitely going to share those tips with you guys for the Sweetener Tour and for any meet and greet basically in general, because there's so many meet and greets happening right now and I just want this to be an advice video. So we're gonna get right into this, so let's go. Alright, so starting off, for meet and greets are always tricky because you never know what is going to happen. So, I've been to a few meet and greets, I have been to a lot of Lauren Elena meet and greets, and I've also met Camila Cabello. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my experiences at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that, but first I'm going to give you guys some general tips. So the main tip at the beginning of your meet and greet experience is to get there early. So, since you have VIP, you're a very important person, and that means you need to be there early and ready to go. So, say the show starts at like 7, you need to have your paperwork ready and know what you're doing. So, for meet and greets, usually there's a printout after you order your meet and greet online. I'm not sure if Ariana's come with that. I think you get an email sent to you like a few days in advance. I know Lauren's meet and greet did that, so if you don't have paperwork right now, you're probably going to get it like a few days before your show. So just keep a lookout for that because I've never had an Ariana meet and greet, so I don't know how that works, but if you don't have paperwork, you'll usually get an email like a few days before from like Ticketmaster or VIP Nation explaining like what time you need to be there, what you need to bring and stuff like that. So pay attention to what your paperwork says because if you're late, they will most likely, you will miss your meet and greet, and all that money that you spent, all that excitement that you had building up is going to be for nothing. So make sure you know what time you're supposed to be there. The paperwork can be very lengthy, but like I actually took a highlighter and I started highlighting things, and that's like so nerdy, but it actually helps because like for me, I get so nervous when this stuff happens because I don't want to like get to the meet and greet and have something missing and then I can't do the meet and greet. So this sounds lame, but like literally study your paperwork and know exactly what you're doing because it's really important. You don't want to forget anything like your ID. Definitely have some sort of ID on you. I know some of you guys are like under 18 or under 16. I'm not sure what like the cutoff for like you're an adult thing is for like VIP and stuff. So if you have an ID, have it with you. If you have to bring a parent, make sure they have an ID. Make sure basically everyone has an ID because you need some sort of identification to match to the ticket. So whoever purchased the tickets, make sure they have some sort of ID because when you get there, or at least this is how I've experienced it, when you get to the arena or the venue or whatever and you're in line for VIP, they're going to need to identify you somehow, so make sure you have some sort of identification. This can be like, I always bring my license because that's like the most like generic form of identification. So if you don't have like a license, bring like a school ID, bring like anything that has your name on it and is official because they're going to need to identify you some way because they need to match it to the ticket to completely verify that it's you, and they don't want to like give away anyone's meet and greet by accident. So make sure you have some sort of identification because that is like extremely necessary. The most important thing, if anything, is to make sure you have your concert tickets because if you don't have your concert tickets, you're not going to be able to even get into the arena. So make sure you have your tickets before you leave the house. I have OCD, so I check things a million times. This is how bad it is. Like, I'll get out of my car, I'll lock my car, I'll start walking away, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, did I lock my car? Like, literally, like, I'm so OCD, it's bad. So if you're like me, or just in general, make sure when you leave the house, you have your tickets. When you get in the car, you have your tickets. And as you're driving away, you have your tickets. Because if you don't have your concert tickets, like, you're screwed. And the worst thing ever is to ever get to the arena and realize you're missing your tickets because then it's like, forget it at that point. Especially if you live far away from, like, the place you're going. Oh my god, I can't even imagine that happening. Like, that gives me such bad anxiety. Like, just thinking about that happening, getting to the show, and you're missing your tickets. Like, oh my god. And I know some people do, like, electronic tickets, so make sure you have your tickets printed out. And if you don't have electronic tickets, make sure your tickets came to you in the mail. I'm not talking about meet and greet tickets. I'm not talking about VIP tickets. Your regular concert tickets. Some concerts let you pick up your tickets at the box office, but I do not recommend doing that because I've heard stories of the box office losing people's tickets. So I would not recommend sending your tickets to the box office because that is so risky. Like, we did that once to see Miranda Lambert. My dad picked up our tickets at the box office, and like, I would never do that. I need to have it in my hand and know, like, that I'm good before I leave the house. So if you got your tickets printed, make sure you have your tickets because you're ultimately responsible for that. And make sure that if you ordered your tickets through the mail, make sure they came to your house because you need to make sure you got those, because if you don't, you're screwed. So getting to the actual meet and greets, this is like the most like anxiety-provoking part of the entire thing is the actual meet and greet. So when I do meet and greets, I always try to plan out what I'm going to say and like stuff like that. I know some people for Ariana, you have sound check and stuff, so if you have sound check, if they do a question and an answer, I'm pretty sure they are. I'm not really sure because I don't have it, so I'm not really sure what exactly is going on in that sound check party, but if they're doing like a question and answer, prepare questions. Like, make sure, like, think of a fun question. Don't be those lame people that ask, like, what's your favorite song off Dangerous Woman? What's your favorite song off Sweetener? Like, get a creative question, like, to make it worthwhile. Like, trust me, ask questions they've never been asked before because that's the most fun. Like, when I meet Lauren, I like to, it's not even like meet Lauren, like when I see Lauren, because I've met her so many times. Like, when I see Lauren, she does a question and answer session, and I already have my question picked out for March. So, like, get a creative question because you want it to be interesting and, like, worth it. So, like, don't, like, try not to, like, stay away from the general questions. Like, ask fun questions because it just makes it so much more fun. So, like, have your questions ready. Know what you're gonna say to the person. Like, if it's Ariana, forget it. Like, I'll literally just, like, fall on the floor and probably cry and, like, look like an idiot and stuff like that. But, like, I'm not meeting her, so it's fine. But, like, for you guys who are doing, like, Ariana's meet and greet and, like, any meet and greet, like, in general, plan out what you're gonna say. And I know that kind of sounds, like, weird, but, like, honestly, think about it. Like, think about what you want to say because this is your one shot. Like, you never know if it's gonna happen again. So plan out what you're gonna say, but, like, don't overthink it to the point where you have it word for word, like, what you're gonna say, because then it's gonna be, like, weird. Like, just think of, like, generally what you want to say. I know that a lot of people, when you go into the meet and greet, like, if you're basically responsible for, like, how long it lasts, basically, until security kicks you out, of course, but, like, if you want your meet and greet to last long, you need to, like, start a conversation. Like, if you go in there and are just like, hi, and then, like, the person, like, the celebrity's gonna be like, okay, let's take a picture. You take the picture, you hug, and that's it. So, like, start up a conversation because obviously if you get talking, it will last longer, and, like, it's not gonna last, like, 15 minutes. Like, it will last a few extra minutes, and, like, that just makes it so much more fun. And, like, you want to, like, make your experience unique, like, you know? So think about what you want to say, like, write it down on a piece of paper if you want. I know when I met Camila, I actually wrote her a letter because I knew it was going to be really quick. So if you want to write a letter or anything, I know you can't really bring anything into the meet and greet, but let me tell you some tips. So for me, write the letter, and you can stick it in your pants. Stick it in your pants, stick it under your jacket if you're wearing a jacket. Put it, like, up your shirt, like, put it, like, in your back pocket. Like, there's so many ways you can sneak, like, an envelope or, like, a piece of paper into meet and greet. Or even put it in your boot if you're wearing boots. Like, you need to be really sneaky because, like, I wanted to, if I was meeting Ariana, I wanted to give her, like, one of these bracelets. You guys have seen it before, but it's this one. It says Grande Strong. And if you want to give her a bracelet or anything, put it on your wrist because no one's ever going to suspect that you're going to give it to them. So that's what I would do if I met Ariana. I wanted to make her, Frankie, and Joan, like, one of these. So if I was meeting her, I would put them on my wrist and then just be like, hey, I made you these bracelets. Like, there's so many ways you can sneak, like, that kind of stuff in there. About phones, like, I don't know about that. So, like, I'd be really careful about the phone thing. Don't let security see your phone. Obviously, they're not going to let you in if you've got, like, your cell phone in your hand. Like, they're not going to let you do that. So, I don't know the rules. Like, every meet and greet's different about the cell phones. Like, personally, for me, when I met Camila, FYE, the freaking, like, they were so rude. They treated us like animals. And I talked about this meet and greet in, like, another video, so just go back to, like, last year's videos, and I talked about the whole Camila experience. But basically, they treated us like animals. They yelled at my sister for having her phone in her hand, and she was trying to put it away, and they, like, yelled at us. But I had it recording on video, and I put it in my jacket pocket, and I actually have some of the audio. So, like, you can try that, but, like, most meet and greets are very strict, and security is, like, super strict, so I wouldn't recommend taking many chances on that, because you're gonna get yelled at, and, like, you're already nervous, so you don't want to, like, have anxiety and, like, have that build up, and then you start crying, and it's just, like, awful. That's another thing. So, for meet and greets, your excitement level is gonna be through the roof, and let me tell you, when it's over, it's gonna be in a freaking hole. Like, you're going to be, like, in the core of the earth, like, by the time the meet and greet's over, like, the second it's over. So be prepared for, like, an emotional reaction that, like, you can even, I don't like to, like, describe things as depressing, but, like, you will feel slightly depressed after a meet and greet because you're, like, it's over. Because it happens so fast and you've been waiting for so long, and then all of a sudden it's over. That's what happens with me, with Lauren, a lot of the times, because I love her so much, and, like, my excitement builds up so much, and, like, I've definitely had one experience where I was, like, felt really sad because I didn't get to say, like, what I wanted to say, because it was, like, one of the meet and greets, it was just, like, so hot. Everybody was just, the room we were in was just bad. Like, the pictures were just not good because the lighting was horrible. Like, we were literally in, like, a freaking garage. It was just, like, so bad. So, it was just, like, so you'll have some experiences, unfortunately, where it doesn't, like, go, like, as your expectations, but, like, you will feel, like, honestly, you will feel slightly depressed after meet and greet, so I just want to, like, prepare you for that. So it's normal, and it's, like, post-concert depression, but it's, like, post-meet and greet depression, so that is definitely going to happen, just to, like, let you know, because no matter how many times I see Lauren, it happens, like, literally, because you just love these people, like, so much, and you just want to, like, have a lot of time with them, and meet and greets are so short. So choose your time wisely, and, like, you can have expectations, but don't go overboard with it, because then it'll just make the, like, the post meet and greet depression a lot worse. But, like, it's okay to be sad and stuff, because, like, trust me, when the concert starts, you'll start getting over it, but it just, like, but then you'll have post-concert depression, so it gets even worse. But, like, it's just, like, expect that, because it is normal, and it's going to happen, because it's just what happens when you build up so much excitement, and then all of a sudden it's over, and it's, like, really sad. So that is what I wanted to tell you guys about my experiences having a meet and greet, and my advice to you guys for meet and greet. If you guys have any more questions about meet and greets and stuff like that, leave them in the comments down below. I'll try to answer them. Like I said, I haven't been to many, but I've been to, like, a lot of Lauren's meet and greets, so I know a lot of, like, what goes on with that stuff, but I've never been to, like, Ariana or, like, a really, really, really big celebrities meet and greet. So, like, I do know some knowledge, but, like, and I have experience, but, like, not that much, but I definitely have knowledge on it. So, like, leave your questions in the comments down below, and I will answer them, and I will try to answer them for you. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Wow, I look really weird. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I'm really excited to get more into the Sweetener Tour video series. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video, and good luck in your meet and greets if you have them. Bye! Love you!